Kokomi is a beautiful character. She's warmed our hearts, and honestly, I've had a ton of fun with this character. So I'm standing here sort of at the highest end of Kokomi, about to triple crown my Kokomi, and it's really an awesome moment being able to triple crown one of your favorite characters. You can see her on screen. There we go, it's happening. So obviously I was thinking, well, how do we celebrate this? Do we do a Spiral Abyss run? Do we do a no damage run? What are we going to do to sort of get the, sort of celebrate the moment? C6, R5, Triple Crown Kokomi. And to be quite honest with you guys, I've had a deep think about this. And what I really want to talk about today is not my Kokomi. I want to talk about you guys. The persons or the people that have like a level 80 Kokomi with prototype Amber, average artifacts, constellation C0 or C1, and then like a decent array of talents. You guys that have Kokomi at the moment, you guys are really awesome, and let's just roll into it. So there are two aspects that I'd like to talk to you guys about. The first is Kokomi's reruns, and then of course what happens if we get upcoming characters. So with Kokomi's reruns, it is entirely plausible that you as a light spender, as someone that has Kokomi at either C0 or C1 as a free-to-play player, can save up enough Primo Gems to get Kokomi at C6 in a couple of years' time. It is completely doable for you to do so without having to spend any money, but, and here's the big but, it's going to take a lot of saving. It's going to take a lot of time in your gameplay time, building up those Primo Gems, logging in every day. It is actually a very hard commitment to get this character at C6. Obviously, this doesn't just apply to Kokomi. You might be a Raiden or an Ayaka fan, and you want them at C6, so it's you just sort of need to bear it in mind. And the other thing is, MiHoYo, since you guys know the 2.3 patch is coming in a day or two, MiHoYo, we know we're getting like Guru and Ito, and what does MiHoYo do? Well, they just, like a day before the patch, they leak Shenhe and Junshin, not sure if I've got the pronunciation right, forgive me if I haven't. They leak out new characters, and MiHoYo is going to keep on doing this. We're going to keep on getting like more DPS, we're going to get more supports, we're going to get another healer in the future, and so it becomes very difficult for anyone to recommend for you as a free-to-play player to just stay put, build all those Primo Gems and just get a C6 Kokomi. I can understand the difficulty and the sort of it's sort of like it's like a difficult decision if you really love Kokomi and you really want her, because on the one hand we're going to get like scores of new characters, new gameplay mechanics, all sorts of dynamic things are going to be happening, and in a certain sense a lot of us, and let's be honest, we don't like missing out. It is something that is a valid sort of reason for you to say, look, I love my Kokomi, but I'm going to stop at C2, for instance. I think that's actually a very good point for you to stop getting more constellations at, and then you want to sort of then balance out the rest of your account, get some different characters and so on. So that would be like my recommendation. Obviously Kokomi is fantastic if you can get her to C2, because then you've got the damage from C1 and the extra healing from C2, and she will really serve you really well. Anything above that is quite awesome. I think if you can get her at C5, you've got one of the most OP abilities being upgraded, and that is Bake Kurage. I don't think people understand how much utility you get from just pressing E. Absolutely fantastic ability. But the point that I sort of want to make is, I've got a C6 R5 Triple Crown Kokomi right now. So what I want to do is not to sort of give showcases where people are going to be like, oh, that's awesome, oh, what a great Kokomi. No. What I want people to get, or to like take away from my video is, how does an endgame Kokomi look like? What is the value that I can expect from an endgame Kokomi if I were to have her at C6? And then hopefully you guys can then use this as a means to judge whether it's going to be actually worth the enormous commitment to get like your C6 Kokomi. My recommendation is to try and get a balanced spread of characters that you really, really love. So especially as a free-to-play player, I think that's going to help you, give you like the best of the game, of a like full gameplay experience in Genshin Impact. But if you really want to go for Kokomi, at least you've got a channel that you can see and appreciate what she can do. And I don't think people talk about this. People just want to bash the character, but then they don't really want to show you the true potential, like upside of the character. And that's just what I wanted to sort of say. You can use my Kokomi and the gameplay footage as a barometer for what you can expect and how you can use this as a means of planning your spending in the future, or like your commitment to pulling for characters. And obviously there's no right or wrong. It's a PvE game, and it's your time, your money, your investment, and it's about what's going to make you the most happy. And if you are someone that says, look, I'm going to accept that I'm not going to get the fancy new healers that are going to come out, the fancy new DPS, I'm really going to hard commit to just Kokomi, and then honestly, from as someone standing on the other side of it, I think it will be absolutely awesome. But please understand, you're under no expectation to just pull for one character. So yeah, guys, that's just what I sort of wanted to talk about, give you some sort of things to think about. And yeah, please keep on loving Kokomi. She's absolutely awesome. We love you, Kokomi. And everyone, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you after the new Kokomi artifacts drop. Cheers.